Mm-hmm. 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 Now, I'm gonna tell you. We, us as bloggers, these are the issues that we need to address. You understand what I say? You see? Set the path for the youth, them. Share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned to the channel. I don't know all this shit. Yes, I. Greetings to the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I first. You see, and all things that's good. See? Now, I want to big up all of the subscribers them. Have to, every time. You make it possible. You know, see? If you just manage to watch the channel, hope you like what I go on, and you subscribe and show your support, and also share the channel and make it grow the thing. It's just an intent, and we can do it together. You know, see? This morning I man wake up, and I man I just jack you. See? Him a way relax, and I man no partial. You know, the judgment no partial. You know, see? Yeah, fix that. See? We can't make not even our brother escape with certain things, and we not confront it and make it say. Them things that's not acceptable. You see? Because a new voice note come out the other day where when I hear nobody confirm, most people confirm say, the artists are the dread. You see? And when I hear no representation or representative from film section of the thing come out and say nothing, refute it or anything like that, because people sound like people and you don't know. You know, see? And again, you know, a lot of people imply say it might be a stunt for promote an album or a new release or something like that. That'll make me tell you this. If you don't realize what I go on. See? That would have been, if that was the case, if that was the intent, that's a public relations disaster. See? One, based on the atmosphere with what go on with the woman them in our society, in our little island of Jamaica nowadays, that only goes to validate the individual them action towards a female them. When somebody with such prominence I come out and I use them attitude there as a way to promote, to gain acceptance from the masses, it only goes to show the level of morality, the moral degradation where happen in our society today. So in any case, it's unacceptable, and a fire, loud fire, move up. Like what the Rasta say, major thing, move up, straight. You know, see it, a bow business that, you bow, can't come back. You know, see it if that's the case. No, you see if that's not the case, make we examine the individual and the history. You know, see it. This said the individual get accused of rape, convicted of rape, did sentence for rape, sing about freedom from prison, from the conviction and things like that. Sing apologetic poems where everybody would undoubtedly think was in reference to the crimes committed. You understand what I say? But still, it seems like based on actions, based on the individual actions and things like that, even after crime and punishment and things like that, the individual hasn't in a no way, shape or form reformed, has been reformed in any way. You know, see? Because when you observe, from obvious evidence in regards to the approach and treatment, it's like so well then there's this disdain. You understand what I say? It's like the man despise woman for some reason. Not that he might still not be gay or from that persuasion. I'm not saying so. Because most gay men have I want woman friend, them not despise them to that point. Them you get off hurting or being alienated type of thing. You get what I say? No, it's not that way. We know that from open observation. It's happening out there. We see it every day. You know, see? So it's a sadistic mentality. See? They find companionship on a certain level amongst them, but still, you despise them to the degree for whatever reason. Might be some history, might be some trauma in their history or something like that. And it's obvious from the way this guy dealing the female them. The female them were experiencing. You know, see? And if the female them can plan for him, for record him, it's like something will happen over and over. It's just him attitude. So them just know so them can prepare a recording device and record a conversation because it's gonna happen eventually, sooner or later. It's his nature. This is the way how this guy is. Now, in any society, in any rational society, listen. Any rational thinking society is gonna consider that a mental illness, a serious mental illness, and this person needs monitoring. Just like how you tag the pedophile in America, you know, and some top society and things like that, and them always monitor them have to sign a register, this individual should be treated the same way if all of these indications are fact. And based on what I see, I haven't seen any farmer refuting or defense against these grievous allegations. You see, in the face of the evidence them as well. You see, this individual will have all of the resource and all of this, like I say, in regards to his career and characteristics. It's a public relations disaster. You see, most entertainers would have come out with some form of defense. Most people of that persuasion would have come out with some form of defense of them character, just to maintain and ensure them character. This individual does not even care that this individual care more about hurting these people, women, more than he cares about his character. He enjoys that more. It does him not mind it being his destruction. Because wherever he goes, he will sit there and feel satisfied within himself. You understand? It could be a result that he does not feel justified for being convicted for rape by the individual who convicted him for rape. You understand? So over time it developed this psychological despise for women and a whole. And the desire is to see women suffer, humiliated, tortured, and treated less than what they are really worth. These individuals develop a hate whereby they undervalue women to the point where after the sexual gratification, there is no meaning to having a relationship with a woman anymore. You understand what I say? Many of these individuals exist all over the world, and Jamaica bar none. Jamaica stays so too. You have them in Jamaica too. You understand what I say? Now, what I try to get at is that these individuals usually goes a lot further with them intent, with them desires, and them sick intent. You understand? And a lot of these women who try or expect or were promised or thought things would have been more would probably try to show a bit of disgust or something like that. And individuals like them and have no problem going the extra mile to get rid of them because them not like them. You know, see, them not have no emotional connection to them. There's no compassion for the woman other than just the passion of sex. You get what I say? And them people are not passionate in sex with the woman either. People are usually rough and brutal in a certain way. Any passion exists and the woman a try imply some. Jackie or you, me a talking if you not realize by now. You know, see, this type of mentality where you establish, it's usually people of these type of psychological disorder establish these type of behavior. You see? Yeah. See, and you continue to live with them and publicize and promote them more and more. See? Now, for make this, just for make you aware of what go on right here, so we're examining your behavior and things that people like you will do. See, now Jamaica in a state where we realize a whole heap of young girls that get missing and things like that. You see it, and enough of them are unsolved. Most of them are got unsolved. You see it. Now, people who do these things and get away with it are usually people with strong resources. A lot of resources we can commit crimes like these and get away with it, especially because, especially in a society like this, individuals like these won't be looked at as likely suspects. You understand what I say? And even so, in most cases, through bribes and resources, accessibility to resource again, these individuals can slide them way out of even being looked at as a suspect in any form of investigation. Jakira, you me talking if you don't realize yet. See? These, if you have like Jakira being the way he is towards women with the resource with him have at him hand, it's a strong possibility, say, he could be responsible for the sadistic murders, disappearance and missing of the Jamaican woman that goes unexplained. Its mentality and approaches like these that do these things, and when you check it out, most of them women here, crime are got unsolved. And usually people with rich resources do them things and get away with it. Think about it, Jamaica. Think about it. Think about it. You know, see it. We can't there, so. And I spear some boy with dread pandemic and I go on like say, because of certain things. I mean, them not sure. Them not maintain the characteristics. So we have to observe them in every way, shape and form. You see, somebody who was once convicted of rape becomes rich and full of resources and things like that and continue to publicly treat women with disdain and disrespect according to how we know it in our society. Threatening and continue to threaten women with forced sex and possibly hurt as well. Again, we don't know him as no murderer, to be fair. We don't have no evidence of that, even though the MO does match that of somebody who would go to ultimately hurt a woman like that. You know, see it. I'm want some psychologists come on this and tell me, say, I lie me, I tell. You know, see it. Let's be fair. Because if some baller did I behave them way at a woman on phone, wouldn't have no qualms for wonder if he would go the extra mile and murder some of them women here to cause him knows him can get away with it. You know, see it. So if I make a boy know what time of day it is, and while a boy knows so we know what time of day it is, we are going to watch if the murder them or ease up now. You know, see it. Because we don't understand what go on. A big public figure entertain a big, rich, multi-millionaire, possibly, at least by Jamaica standard, possibly by American standard as well. You know, see it. A behave like this to female, you're not supposed to have no need. No, if you're not one individual woman have such an effect on you, where is your self-belief? Where is your, it's a small man attitude and mentality that, you know, man were affected by them sharpness, by them small, petite type of structure. Some man where that are them biggest problem was where have that figure, that shape there, that structure there, and just that are them biggest problem right through life. You know, see, You know, the voice note that sound like a man where lacking self-esteem and self-belief. Him don't feel like him can please a woman. All when him tell himself that, him don't feel like him do it. You know, see? So him have to put on this facade, this bad man, this gangster facade, where him use fear, the ultimate, for control the people around him. You understand? Especially the female gender. You know, see? And these type of people know, say, are even suspect at times, say, even a woman will beat them up. You know, see? So them type of people, you don't intend for even stay too physical. If the altercation becomes violent, them type of people will quickly run for a knife, a gun, and defend themselves, because them are usually coward as well. And because them now have love for the compassion for the female gender of such, they have established it in them thing, them voice note and them type of thing that we not continue hearing them and nobody not dispute it. So we have to just say them. You know, see, them keep establishing these characteristics. Why do we keep overlooking these things in the face of so many unexplained women death in Jamaica? And we only are relegated down to say, a man don't know if you look woman, a man don't know if you chat woman. Them man don't know if you look woman look them. Many pretty nice Rasta woman out there of high caliber as well. Want him. You know, see, yet him chose to find himself in some little position with some disadvantaged women where he can talk to and treat certain way. You understand what I say? Why? Why you always, it's like he's a predator. You know, see, you prey upon certain type of women where we're defenseless. And you treat them certain way. Because, again, the big woman, them out there have substance where why you can't chat to them and treat them certain way. Them want to make you look like idiot long before you open your mouth. See? So you pray upon get a girl, unsuspecting woman where I try get by and treat them certain way. You know, see? Now may I tell you, say, that is the trait of a sick, twisted serial type killer. Them guys that return serial killer because them are coward and them love them hide and go around and easily see a woman on the road, you drive a go on in all our pro boxer, one of them all time carry there, and from you wind down the window, see and say hi to a girl and she look and she say a Jackie, she jump in at the back, she not have no inhibitions to come with you, go for a ride and go for a drink. You know, see? And the way them women disappear without nobody see her, nobody know, nobody hear shot, bust or a scream in most cases. You know, see? It's strong possibility say somebody have influence, somebody have substance with strong resources, doing these things and getting away with it. So this is a warning to your dirty, nasty, unconscious small man mentality where you're ill manners, unappreciative, ungrateful, dirty, dreaded boy. This is a shot across your bow, a warning to you, making you know so we are watch you. You know, see, because the trait them we are established is conducive to that of a serial rapist, a serial murderer, rapist. So come out and clarify yourself. You know, the eyes of the public, as the public figure that you are. Because other people across the world are watch you. And other people across the world have the same dependency like Jamaicans do in regards to you. Other people across the road will stone you and beat you. Invite you to come perform. Warning. Stone you and beat you. In a foreign country. Because you know nothing a foreign. Nothing. You have many rich footballers and black men over here. We are not nothing same way. I'll tell you that. Warieka will just tell you. You know, see. So if you're careful of your nasty ways, you know, see, you're not immune to the judgment. You know, see. And we are observe you and we are watch you. Because, like me say, traits mentality, moods and attitudes. Tell us who you are. We now wait for you for confess, you know. You see, and we done tired for the woman them a get abused. Defenseless woman them. Them live in a society where it's scarce benefits and spoil. You know, see, the few opportunity where exist, seen, and mostly man it all go to. You know, see, so the woman them is always and already at an advantage. You know, see. So when I give the woman them on the things with the intent, so well then from when I give the woman them things, they automatically own them. So I don't like a fool boy if you go count on no sense. You know, see, on for come like some own God people. Nothing better than the slave master them. You know, see, that effect the slavery have upon uno. You know, see, or the characterization of slavery have upon uno. You feel like someone can take the same advantage once you come in a certain position. Because of the same way I deal with poor people. You make no form of contribution back to the poor people except muggle and show off on them. We don't knew this or knew that. We don't even need to impress the people. You know, see it. So that I just abject show off. And then the way I talk to the people, I'm going to not do that as well. Who else will I talk to? You know, see it. Yeah, man. Time for observe what some boy are going with, man. You know, see it. Time for observe some boy are going with and make them know so we watch them too. You know, see it. Yeah, man. No disrespect, man. So in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie the first. You know, see it. Share that one here and make it reach some boy. Yeah, man, and if you have manners, man, we need more. We are demand more for our woman, them, man. You know, see, for our sister, them. Yeah, man, them deserve better, and if you treat them better, because they matter vast disadvantage. You know, see, and if uno with resource and ability for do better, now do better, or being an example, I want to know. I want to know. Anyway, more bless. Share, like, and subscribe. You know, see, you know, Rastafari name, and all things that's good.